Randy had a few bodies missing today. Was it a flu bug or just something?
There's either flu bug or food poisoning. That's because there's just too many of them under the weather and having the same symptoms. So we don't quite have a finger on exactly what it is. So hopefully we have some people. We think that there's people that were not skating this morning that will be available to us tonight.
How does Jake start to find the consistency that you talked about the other night?
Well, again, the game that he played in Washington is probably the model in which we'd like him to play to. And Jake is a talented young player, and there are steps that he has to continue to take. And our decision not to play him was based upon he was struggling with the puck. He was turning the puck over. He wasn't engaged physically. And that all changed the other night in Washington. Much different Jake Gardiner. And he agrees, and we agree.
You talked about decision-making with the puck. Why do you think that comes and goes?
I think it's, again, it's a young player, and I think with Jake, he has the ability to move the puck both with his hands and with his feet. He can skate. And we'd like to, and he would like to make, more consistent decisions with the puck, and so would we. And we've struggled to find a consistent level for him over the last probably 5 or 6 games. And the game that he supplied us in Washington was much higher level and much better, stronger around the puck, better defensively, good decisions with the puck, when to go, when not to go. I think what happens with young players is they find that they're always trying to do one thing and maybe trying to do too much of one thing, and that sometimes turns into where you skate the puck into areas where you shouldn't and turn over the puck where your puck hits the shaft of a stick, all those things. But again, he's a young player that has got a tremendous upside.
Did playing with Morgan impact this game positively, did you think?
Well, again, we think that those two young players are a glimpse of our future, and we've played them together before. But with the addition of Gleason, we feel that, that the Gunnarsson, Phaneuf, and Gleason and Franson give us a veteran presence there, and then two young kids that can skate and move the puck and don't have to see the other team's top two lines. Maybe that works in their favor as far as their development. And we just think that it's a better fit right now for those two young players.
You've had Gleason here for just over a week now. What are the elements that he brings that maybe he didn't have before?
Again, he's a veteran guy, and we think he had some stiffness to our back end. He saw a lot of hockey in the league, so there's not a lot of surprises for him. And we just think that he has the ability to be a calming effect, a shutdown guy that we can play up against the other team's top lines. And pairing him with either Phaneuf or Franson, we feel we have a top 4 defenseman.
Not talking about just the last couple of weeks, but as a whole this season, do you think your team has been as hard to play against this year as you were last year?
Nowhere near it.
Why is that?
We've been scratching our heads and trying to figure out why. And that's one thing that we've really tried to put at the forefront in the last 3 weeks to a month is that our compete level has to go to a level where we're satisfied. And that's the one thing that we've said, our compete level has to go off. And if it's as simple as off a face-off, competing for space, blocking people out, there's a tremendous amount of blocking out going on face-offs now. And it's a chance for us to come up with more pucks. And when we have been guilty of just standing around in those situations. I call it getting inside. I think to be inside in today's NHL is the key, because you can't hook and hold. You have to skate your way to get inside, and that is an area that we've stressed, and we've stressed that from the beginning of the season. And when we do it, we can play effective hockey and give ourselves a chance to win. And when we don't do it, we're receiving the game, we're standing around. And I would say that's the biggest mystery for the coaching staff is that we've been able to prove that when we've done it, we've been effective, and then for whatever reason, we're not doing it.
You've kind of created a checking type line in the last little stretch here with McClemont's line.
How do you like the way Clarkson's fit onto that group and in that sort of role? Or?
Yeah, we like that, and you know, and that again, we put that together, and then we went along and we had some success with it, playing up against the bigger lines in the league. And as of lately, it hasn't had as much effectiveness as we'd like, you know, and that's part of the issue, you know, when it's trying to fit players into roles. And we think that the addition of Clarkson and Kuhlman and McClement, when they're in the top of their game, they can go out and they can play against any line in the league. But we start from offense then. That's where your power play and your offensive players have to find a way to contribute to a higher level.
Is there an update on any of your long-term injury guys that's set for Boland?
Boland is hopefully will start skating with us after these 2 games. I think that Thursday is the target date. He's had a travel to Montreal to have a new boot specifically designed to relieve the pressure around where his injury, the incision was, the repair was done. And that boot is now available to us, I think, this Monday. What's today? Sunday? Yes. So it's supposed to be made available to us after this weekend. And hopefully he'll join our hockey club for practice on Thursday. And then that's the road to recovery. The plan is for him to make the road trip with us and practice a week from Monday.
So that would be his first day skate?
Pardon?
That would be his first day skate?
No, this Thursday was the target to get him back on the ice. That would be his first day of skating.
What do you think of playing on a Sunday instead of a Saturday?
Haven't really thought about it because, you know, with the schedule, you get what they give you in July and shut your mouth and go play it. That's basically what they tell you to do. So there's no changing it once it comes out.
Last one. Thanks, guys.